Global updates.
Welcome to the Global Updates, bringing you the latest news from around the world. For over a century, the Panama Canal has been a lifeline of global trade. Connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, this engineering marvel has shortened shipping routes. It has facilitated the movement of goods and fueled economic growth. The canal's impact is undeniable, shaping the geopolitical landscape of the 20th century. Today, however, new challenges are emerging. The canal's continued relevance is being questioned. As global trade evolves and climate change accelerates, new possibilities appear on the horizon. Could alternative waterways emerge to challenge the Panama Canal's dominance? Let's explore the potential contenders and their implications for the future of global trade. The Panama Canal, while an engineering marvel, is not without its limitations. This iconic waterway, which has been a crucial artery for global maritime trade since its completion in 1914, faces significant challenges in the modern era. One pressing concern is its size. The canal was designed in an era when ships were much smaller, and the dimensions of its locks reflect that historical context. The canal's locks, constructed decades ago, are unable to accommodate the newest generation of megaships. These modern giants of the sea, with their immense size and capacity, often find the canal's dimensions restrictive. These colossal vessels, designed for efficiency and carrying capacity, are often forced to seek alternative routes. This not only complicates logistics but also impacts the overall efficiency of global trade networks. This limitation adds time and cost to global shipping. The need to navigate longer routes or transfer cargo to smaller ships that can pass through the canal increases operational expenses and delays. Another challenge is the canal's vulnerability to climate change. The changing climate introduces a host of environmental issues that threaten the canal's functionality. Rising sea levels and increasingly frequent droughts threaten the canal's operation. These environmental changes can disrupt the delicate balance of water levels required for the canal's locks to function properly. Water scarcity, in particular, poses a significant risk, as the canal relies heavily on freshwater reserves. The availability of fresh water is crucial for the operation of the locks, and any reduction in this resource can severely impact the canal's capacity to handle maritime traffic. These environmental challenges have prompted a search for alternative waterways, routes less susceptible to the impacts of a changing climate. Engineers and policymakers are exploring new solutions to ensure the sustainability of global shipping in the face of these evolving challenges. One ambitious contender in the realm of global trade routes is Mexico's interoceanic corridor. This proposed route would traverse the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, the narrowest point in Mexico, which has historically been a significant passageway. By connecting the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean, it aims to create a seamless link between two major bodies of water. The corridor aims to leverage existing infrastructure, including ports and railways, to create a multimodal transportation hub that can handle a variety of cargo efficiently. Proponents envision a comprehensive network of roads, railways, and pipelines running alongside the waterway, enhancing the logistical capabilities of the region. The potential benefits of the interoceanic corridor are significant, promising to revolutionize trade routes and reduce shipping times. It would offer a shorter and potentially more cost-effective route than the Panama Canal for ships traveling between the Gulf of Mexico and East Asia, making it an attractive alternative for global shipping companies. The corridor could also stimulate economic development in southern Mexico, a region often overlooked for investment, by creating new jobs and attracting businesses. However, this ambitious project faces its own set of challenges, including environmental concerns, funding issues, and the need for extensive construction. Local communities and environmental groups have raised concerns about the potential impact on ecosystems and indigenous lands, calling for careful planning and sustainable practices. The success of the interoceanic corridor will depend on the collaboration between government officials, international investors, and local stakeholders to address these challenges and ensure the project's viability. If successful, the interoceanic corridor could become a vital artery of global trade, transforming the economic landscape of southern Mexico and beyond. As the sun sets over the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, the promise of a new route through ancient lands brings hope for a brighter future. Constructing and operating a major transportation corridor through the Isthmus of Tehuantepec comes with its own set of challenges. The region's topography, characterized by rugged mountains and dense jungles, presents significant engineering hurdles. Additionally, ensuring the project's environmental sustainability will be paramount. Protecting biodiversity and minimizing the impact on local communities will be essential for the corridor's success. Despite these challenges, the Mexican government remains committed to the interoceanic corridor. The project holds the promise of economic transformation for southern Mexico. It could create jobs, attract investment, and boost trade. The corridor's success will depend on overcoming logistical and environmental hurdles while ensuring equitable economic benefits for local communities. South America's bi-oceanic corridor connecting oceans and economies. Further south, another ambitious project is taking shape: South America's bi-oceanic corridor. This proposed route would connect the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans across the South American continent. The corridor would run through Brazil, Paraguay, and Chile, linking key industrial and agricultural regions to global markets. The bi-oceanic corridor holds immense potential for South America. It could unlock the region's vast natural resources, facilitating their transport to global markets. The corridor could also strengthen regional integration, fostering closer economic ties between participating countries. However, realizing this vision requires overcoming significant obstacles. Overcoming obstacles in the Andes. The Andes Mountains, a formidable natural barrier, present a significant challenge to the bi-oceanic corridor's construction. Building a transportation corridor through this rugged terrain, with its extreme altitudes and seismic activity, will require advanced engineering and substantial investment. Additionally, environmental concerns, particularly deforestation and habitat fragmentation, must be addressed to ensure the project's sustainability. Despite these obstacles, the bi-oceanic corridor has garnered significant support from participating countries. The potential economic benefits, including increased trade, job creation, and regional development, are powerful incentives. The success of this ambitious project hinges on overcoming logistical and environmental challenges while fostering international cooperation. The Arctic Northern Sea Route, a new passage in a warming world. Climate change, while posing a threat to existing waterways, is also opening up new possibilities. The Arctic Northern Sea Route, a shipping lane traversing the Arctic Ocean, is becoming increasingly navigable as sea ice melts. This route offers a significantly shorter distance between Asia and Europe compared to traditional shipping lanes. The potential economic benefits of the Northern Sea Route are substantial. It could reduce shipping times, lower fuel costs, and open up new trade routes. However, navigating this icy passage comes with its own set of challenges and risks. Navigating uncertainty environmental concerns in the Arctic. The Arctic ecosystem is fragile and vulnerable to human activity. Increased shipping traffic through the Northern Sea Route raises concerns about oil spills, noise pollution, and the disruption of marine life. Ensuring the environmental sustainability of this route will be crucial, requiring strict regulations and international cooperation. Furthermore, the Arctic's unpredictable weather conditions and limited infrastructure pose logistical challenges. Icebreakers, specialized vessels designed to navigate icy waters, are often required, adding to the cost and complexity of shipping. The future viability of the Northern Sea Route depends on striking a delicate balance between economic opportunities and environmental protection. The future of global trade competition and collaboration. As we look towards the future, the dynamics of global trade are set to evolve in unprecedented ways. The emergence of these new waterways has the potential to reshape the landscape of global trade. These new routes promise to open up faster and more efficient pathways for the movement of goods across the world. Competition between these routes could lead to lower shipping costs and faster delivery times, benefiting consumers and businesses alike. Imagine a world where products reach markets in record time, reducing costs and increasing availability. However, it could also create winners and losers, shifting economic power and influencing geopolitical relationships. The balance of power could shift dramatically, with some nations gaining significant advantages while others may face new challenges. Collaboration will be essential to ensure the sustainable and equitable development of these new waterways. Nations must work together to create frameworks that promote fairness and sustainability. International cooperation on infrastructure investment, environmental regulations, and safety standards will be crucial. By pooling resources and expertise, countries can build robust systems that support long-term growth and environmental stewardship. The future of global trade hinges on finding a balance between competition and collaboration, ensuring that these new routes benefit all stakeholders while safeguarding the health of our planet. It is a delicate dance, but one that holds the promise of a more connected and prosperous world for all. As we venture into the future, the potential of these new waterways becomes a beacon of hope and opportunity. Imagine a world where shipping lanes are not just pathways for goods, but lifelines for global prosperity. These routes could revolutionize the way we think about trade, transforming it into a more inclusive and efficient system. In the coming decades, the advancements in technology and logistics will further enhance the capabilities of these waterways. Autonomous ships, powered by renewable energy, will navigate these routes with precision, reducing the carbon footprint of global trade. Ports will evolve into smart hubs, utilizing artificial intelligence and big data to optimize the flow of goods, minimize delays, and reduce waste. Moreover, the economic benefits could be profound. Emerging economies, previously sidelined in global trade, will find new opportunities to integrate into the global market. These waterways could serve as critical arteries, pumping life into regional economies and fostering economic development. Environmental sustainability will remain at the forefront of these developments. Innovative solutions such as green shipping corridors and eco-friendly port infrastructure will ensure that the expansion of trade does not come at the cost of our planet. International agreements and collaborations will be instrumental in creating a balanced approach that prioritizes both economic growth and environmental health. The future of these waterways is not just about the movement of goods, it's about connecting people, ideas, and cultures. It's about forging a world where trade is a force for good, bringing prosperity and sustainability hand in hand. As we look ahead, the promise of these new routes invites us to envision a future where the possibilities are as vast and boundless as the oceans themselves. As these new waterways carve their paths across the globe, the implications for global trade are profound and multifaceted. The ease of access to new routes could significantly alter the balance of power among trading nations. Traditional maritime powers may find their dominance challenged by emerging economies that now hold strategic geographical advantages. Consider the geopolitical shifts that could arise. Nations with new access to efficient trade routes may leverage these positions to negotiate more favorable trade agreements, shifting the dynamics of international relations. This could lead to a more multipolar world, where trade is not dominated by a few, but distributed among many. The economic ripple effects will be felt far and wide. Industries dependent on shipping, such as manufacturing and retail, could see reduced costs and increased efficiency. This might lower prices for consumers and increase the availability of goods worldwide, fostering a more interconnected global economy. Yet, these changes are not without potential pitfalls. Increased competition could lead to tensions among nations vying for control over these strategic routes. The environmental impact of increased shipping traffic could also pose significant challenges, demanding stringent international regulations to ensure sustainable practices. Moreover, the technological advancements driving these new waterways will require substantial investment. Countries that can afford to invest in smart ports and autonomous ships will gain a competitive edge, potentially widening the gap between developed and developing nations. In this complex landscape, collaboration will be key. International bodies and agreements must work to ensure that the benefits of these new trade routes are equitably distributed. By fostering cooperation and addressing the challenges head-on, the global community can harness the full potential of these waterways for the greater good. As we navigate this new era of global trade, the stakes are high, but so too are the opportunities. The future will be shaped by how we adapt to and manage these changes, ensuring that the promise of progress is realized for all.